Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming, and this time we're back with another Tower of God video, and this time it's episode 321 to episode 330. Now I'm gonna try and keep it as fast as possible, and I know 10 episodes quick format means I don't get to explain that much, and I will try and keep it down. I actually did complete 8 episodes in 54 minutes, but unfortunately my power cut and I had to kill the video. So let's continue on from here at 321. Okay, so we catching up with the crazy assault from White, and this is, you can see everybody is shocked. There's Chuni, Dorian Frog. There's White's face, just look at that there, he looks deadly with that. Incarnating Deadly Spirits, White Magnolia. There it is. Oh, I love that one. These are the regulars. They just being saved by this here, and there's it. He has performed his big attack. Now here's Chuniha, and she actually has her big fan out. That means she's actually destroying some of their Chinsus. That's Ares' sword. He may be an enemy, but that really is beautiful. Now, something to note on this here, even though I think I've mentioned it 1,000,001 times, is the Ha family is actually broken up into 3 divisions. As far as I know, if I'm incorrect, it's just 2 divisions. So Yuren Ha had children with the Ari family, and they have the ability to be fishermen using needle techniques instead of using sword techniques, but they can use swords as well. The sword that's within them is a needle, right? Needles are a form of sword within the tower. So Chuni is from the Ha family mixed with the Ari family, and that is where she is from. Jinsang Ha is also from that branch of the family, and Novik is part of that family because he is Novik Grand, and those are the 2 lines, the Grand line and the Ha line. Now similarly you get the same thing with the Pobadao family and the Eurasia family. There aren't any Eurasia princesses directly who are Eurasia. You generally get them as Panskul. Panskul is the name given to Eurasia and Pobadao's children. So that is how you get the Panskul family. That's why they're very smart and they can read Shinsu while they sleep. Okay, so that's just a few things to note as we go on, and it was important to note it because that's what makes a lot of the story go on. And here's Chuni asking, are you okay, Frog? Thanks to you, I'm fine, Division Commander. So Chuni actually reduced the damage, otherwise he would have killed a high ranker. Chuni has Spear, Sply Head. Come back to your well, Pollock. There's it is pulling in his frog who's lost half of its body. This is an ancient divine fish, so in consideration of power, a high ranker can hurt them, but it's very hard for them to do it. You have to be a very powerful high ranker. You have to be within the top 100, more than likely in that level of power. So that is what it is. Okay, so here we get a quick hint that his power rivals Calavan, and here's something for you to know about the power scaling. Calavan is stronger than Evankhell, or most probably is stronger than Evankhell. Evankhell might be able to beat him if Evankhell goes full out all ancient power, and Calavan might be able to beat Evankhell if he goes all out, and I'll explain that there when Evankhell's scene pops up in this 10 episodes. So yeah, let's continue on. So here's it, White is now shocked. He never imagined that he would run out of power this fast using that attack, and he's starving again. This is because of how much of souls Balm took in. It's actually a crazy figure. It's deadly. So here we go, and White is falling. Capture him alive. He may be the real Slayer. This is a spelling error, obviously. Yes, Commander. Look at Yuri saying, phew. Well, I did my best. That is White. And here's Sachi using that ship that he stole, and here is one of the most cowardly things that they could do. This is a Renker up against regulars. Drak shows up, and you can see he uses a silly saying, and there's it. Hey there, regulars. I'm taking you guys to prison. Okay, so that's the end of it for them. This is now going into the station. Remember, everybody is here. These are regulars. This is the station trying to pull them in. Okay, so this is a silly thing for them to say, and here's the reasons. Bam has just unlocked complete Shinsu control over irregular skills, and this is the reality behind a irregular skill. Let's say, for example, some powerful Renker who isn't from a great family had to fight Bam, or doesn't have any type of irregular relation, such as Karaka. Let's say Karaka decides to use Dark World against Bam. Bam can black hole Shinsu sphere it done. Let's say Karaka gets really desperate and decides to pour in every ounce of power he has to take on Bam. And he does it, and he fires it. Bam can use Shinsu black hole sphere and eradicate it. Right? It doesn't matter how much of power he puts in, it will eradicate it. Shinsu is drawn to their power. Shinsu will be erased by their power. It will just be drawn into it and made more powerful for them. Basically, it's a Denki Dama, basically, in other words. That's what the power is like. So Karaka would lose in that sense. If Karaka was foolish enough to let Bam land a hit, he'd lose his immortality instantly. So if Bam had to hit Karaka head on in his armor would lose its spell that's keeping him immortal, and that would be the end of Karaka. So we know that there as a fact of how crazy Bam is. So this statement is kind of pointless. The Renkers can put up a fight against Bam using weird techniques, and you'll see what I mean later when this year starts to play in this area, right? So let's go on. So here we are with Ryun. She's arrived at the door where she was looking at everybody who's dead, and Curious Levy is about to talk to her. So here's Hwa Ryun talking to Bam somehow. Save the girl, Bam. And Bam is rushing off. And yes, all these guys are trying to attack. They're not gonna touch Bam. If Bam wanted to, he could just slaughter them all instantly with the black hole sphere. But it would drain his energy like crazy. You can use Shinsu as much as you like. Here's the gift of Shinsu. Okay, you handle things over here, Enderossi. Now, Enderossi can handle them as well. She is extremely powerful. Look at her, she's angry. And here's the prison inside Jahad's workshop. Boro, Sachi, Iride. No, it's not. Iride is Pan School. I forgot what Chubby is. I'm forgetting her name. Okay, so Iride got taken with Drak because they're from the same family. Because, as you can see, because they're from the same family. I hate personal connections. So that is just a little hint towards corruption and how it gets you favorable treatment. Here's Rachel squealing about Enderossi and what she did. Okay, and here's the prison for high rankers, and in it is Slayer White and Slayer Karaka. So two of Fug's Slayers are in here, imprisoned. Alright, Division Commander's ship. So here's everybody now bowing to Yuri, and they're going to explain the whole story basically. Long time no see, you've gotten much stronger. Alright, wow, you can see there's compliments going that way. So there's it, we see Yuri is saying that she went there to get rid of the Fug Slayers, which is partially true. She actually went there to see Bam, but when she found out the Fug was involved, wanted to get rid of them so that Bam was free. And here's something which goes to say about the authority of Jahad and the great families. See, whether or not they're really guilty is an issue to be decided later. This is a little bit of a hint towards the reality around us. Our governments are basically condoned in these two actions. Whether or not they really are guilty, it's an issue to be decided later. They made them guilty in the start. They gave out those words that they're guilty, but they didn't care about the evidence. The evidence isn't of any reason. And there we go. We can see. As long as the regulars stay inside the station, rankers can't do anything to them. This is something that also has to be stated very carefully. If Chuni or Yuri have to go into the station, they can put up a fight with Bam. But Bam can go full power and start attacking them. This is where the problem comes in. Chuni would die if she had to go in there against Bam because she doesn't have that resistance of Jahad within her. And this is only inside the station, because if she powered up or used any type of Shinsu, like what Yuri did against Pedro, this would be a different story. If she powered up at all and used Shinsu assaults, the administrator would instantly suppress her and destroy all of her Shinsu usage and make her fight Bam without the usage of Shinsu, like what Quant did when he was in the test. Remember when Quant faced off against Ender Rossi and Bam, he ended up losing in the end. This would be a similar story, because if she had no Shinsu to help her and she fought someone like Bam, who is an irregular with irregular abilities, because she's also from an irregular type family, she has some irregular abilities, she would end up getting killed. And that is the reality behind it. Bam is really that powerful, and that's obviously with no Shinsu on their side. If Bam had to face a 10 family head, on the other hand, that is a different story. The administrator couldn't suppress them. If Evan Cal fought on the station, similar story. The administrator would totally suppress them or blast them out of the range of the regulars immediately. Could also protect them instantly if it wanted to. So yeah, that's just something to mention about it. That's how come rankers can't lay a finger on them, because there are some regulars who have deadly skills even though they're not that powerful. And there we go again, the trope Tower of Hostages has been repeated. Honestly, the hostage thing is just so overdone. They need to stop it. And yes, Curious Levy trying to kill Ryun. And here's Bam. Straight up assault. And we see his spell was broken. He's shocked. Now, as I said, Bam breaks spells, and this isn't a regular level spell. This is a very powerful spell. You're about to find out quite a bit about Levy. Division Commander, the Assistant Squadron Commander, is arriving with Division 1. So now we get more of them arriving. So this is crazy difficulty for... Okay, and here's the next thing being said. High rank Elliption. Okay, so we're about to get introduction to his members in the next episode. Let's just wait for it. I do know what's coming a little bit, so here we go. Alright, we'll skip through what was repeated from the last one, and here we go. This is Ari Bright Sharon, right? As we can see, according to the princess snuck on to capture the slayers from Fug. The process of how she did it isn't clear. Now, this is what's very unusual. She did it with Repelista's help. So Repelista could clear her instantly if they really wanted to. And you're from another family. So this is a 10 grade family member, Ari, right? Remember I mentioned that family before? They from a different division of the Ari family. They're not from the same division as the Haas. So they're not Ha and they're not grand, but they are related. So if she's from a direct line, she's actually Yuri's cousin. Like Jinsang Ha is actually Yuran Ha's grandson, and Jinsang Ha is Yuri's uncle. So that is the relation between them. That's how close of a relation Yuri is to the family head. And the operation involves not only divisions but also squadrons. And look at the amount of shock on their face just because the squadron commander is here just to capture regulars. The reason is Jahad's army, when they deploy a full squadron, has never ever failed. Okay, so there's it. Be careful, he puts a mark on you when you refrain from answering. Oh yeah, I'm okay. Okay, and there we see the spell's not working. Remember, he's highly resistant. And he's answering quickly. And yeah, she forgets everything that's going on and she starts talking to him like cherry fellow just to get it. That's just perfect. I'm honestly enjoying this. Being able to show you what I'm talking about is just so much better. Okay, and this is a very stupid one. By King, you mean Jahad? Yeah, yep, and don't you dare say his name like that. Okay, so here's it. We get the whole breakdown. He's a regular who's been charged by the royal family to handle any nasty stuff related to regulars. By the grace of the king, I received the power to use spells. So basically, he's at a ranker's level. He's basically a ranker who is a regular. They've overtrained him and left him down here, so he won't have the same powers as those who've reached the top, but he'll be really powerful. We're gonna get to meet the rest of this team later, and they're really weird. And he fires a spell at them, and watch this. Evade, evade, and counter it. Reverse flow control, and extinguish. And Bomb comes through with a single attack. And this is where something very important happens, right? He uses another spell, Hair of an Ancient Saint, and he will run away at this point. And gone, he ran away. Okay, so here's something very important to know. He was controlling his power when he hit him, and he really did make a good amount of contact. And there's it, classic princess. And she goes in to find her friend, and he is dead. And here's it, look at him, he's in pain. That's because he just touched him. And that's the reality behind how much of power Bomb is using. Oh, sorry about this. I forgot to keep it on loop right now. It's just a once in a time this thing. Those are all free songs. That's how it goes. Okay, Ryun, no, Ryun. Oh, ticketers who have entered the station, listen. Okay, so here we go. Here comes the big message. Immediately, here's a message from the commander. My name is Aletheon. Okay, we're gonna execute your companions. I repeat, leave the station and surrender. Borrow Sachi. Okay, I'm gonna start skipping a lot of this because it's actually quite a bit of slow movement of the story. Here we see something very important. Actually, I'm gonna skip this part This is what I really want to show. Because there's something I fear more than death. He repeats the statement that means that he hasn't changed. He's still the bomb that we know. And yes, yeah, should I be glad? And there's a smile coming. And we had Karaka's heart and Karaka's minion, Deathbird. Okay, there's not really much that's going on here. This is just like a prelude to the big fight that's about to go down. I actually do give a lot of spoilers of what's about to come as I'm going through. Okay, so here's something important. Well, the administrator wanted us to come here. So we'll just have to wait and see what's going on. And here's it. Now they start seeing the outside. They're seeing a squadron. Okay, whenever Lord Karaka is in danger, these form. Something must have happened to Karaka. And those Jahad warships, there are high rankers gathering there. Something is not right. It must be the last station. Oh, I really love this. So here we go again. Now, the one thing that you have to know is Evankhell is mad strong. The last time she just lost a little bit of control and partially released her ancient. Okay, so it's not only made by Karaka, it can change a little bit. Look at this here, 10 minutes earlier, Pine Workshop. Gate generator of Calavan's warship. So we know there's another workshop invested in Jahad's army, and that's very important for later down the story. That's to do with the Three Lords. It isn't directly in the story, but it makes a big difference. We see Evan is doing something very, very sketchy. He's hurting his own to save others, and especially since they're enemy factions. Okay, so this is a repeat from the last episode. I don't like this here at this point. It becomes bad. Okay. And this is something else which is really good to reference. I'm glad you haven't changed, but I wish you would work on the thing where you never have a plan. And everybody is shocked. Okay, so here the plan starts going. And here's Warrior, and this is one of my favorite parts again. This is him. Sure, welcome, you're so pretty. Frown. Hey, I'm pretty too. And Rossi getting a little bit jealous there. Okay, so here's Waryun and Bam. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going, and here's the important part. He asks, is there a way to save them? He said there was a safer route. Sorry, that was a lie. Obviously, we knew she was gonna lie. She wants to only keep Bam alive. It's her god. And this is gonna continue. Your goal was to protect Kun, right? I am not the one who chose these teams. You chose them based on who mattered more to you. And that is true. He chose based on that there. You see, you can't save all your companions. This is the lesson Bam needs to learn. It's one that's very painful. And now they're getting more crazy. And there's it. You see, they did catch Wagner somehow, and that's most probably because he was with Karaka. So Kay and Ari are busy talking to Yuri. We're simply following orders from the Commander-in-Chief. The Commander-in-Chief told us to bring back everyone on the train. Now, here's something important to know about that. They don't care about the the reasons. They're just following those above them. They're soldiers. And that everyone includes you, princess. Okay, so that's the plan. They go through everything. They're gonna talk. I'm not really worried about it too much. So Yuri's trying to convince him that she's innocent. Let her in on it too. Okay, so Bam says he's gonna go by himself. If anything happens, they need to take Kun to Walayuk Song. The person will do anything for Yuri. I would rather sacrifice myself first, and that's a good thing to see. This is what you need in a leader. A leader must always be willing to go out first and do what he must do for those who he is fighting for. It can hurt him, it can destroy him, but he must be willing to sacrifice himself. And there's it, Bam leaves. Alright, and basically Drak is talking to Iriday. He says, don't worry, they'll kill you last. And this is one of the most ironic statements, because you're gonna see what's going to happen when Bam gets involved and starts really fighting. And they're actually lucky that there were this many of them there. And kaboom, here it comes. The warship, there's an explosion. Is there an enemy inside? And here's Karaka's minions. Deathbird. Okay, so here's the priest and these guys. This is most probably one of the high rankers. You're not a high ranker, but an advanced ranker. This is going to be slightly powerful, and this is just a ranker in Jahad service, so common levels. And here's Drak saying, one of them who just showed up is extremely powerful. That's Evankhell. Karaka's servant, Death Lady. Okay, so there's it. They're starting their fight. Alright, I'm waiting for this, and here's its Splyhead. That means this is Chuni interfering, and bam, shockwave. Smashes his arm right off. Oh, and here's it, Evankhell. I like this one. Yeah, is that guy Kalavan here. And Kay tries to attack from the back. Quick stop. I like the way that he responds. And bam, instantly break it without moving, just flowing Shinsu into the weapon, just to show, you know, you're powerful, but I'm a little bit more beastly. And there's it, he's still gonna keep going. And he comes in with an attack and one hit, smash. He told you to be careful, so everybody's gonna get ready to fight here, and this is where things are gonna get even more intense. Okay, and here's the ironic one, right? Both sides are at fault, right? Fug is the one who interfered with the station, with the train first of all. That's what caused a lot of the problems. But it still wouldn't have stopped that Jahad was going to be here, and Jahad is responsible for this entire mess because he's trying to mess with regulars. So both are at fault in a big way. And this is something else to note. If they actually did break any rules, the administrators of the floors would have gotten involved and stopped the regulars from promoting. Bribery and corruption is a power in the tower. By the way, it counts for you to go up by bribery and corruption. It's a method of power, and that is manipulation and asserting your will on others. Okay. I'm gonna ignore this here. These are just two servants, and this is something to note. K is actually quite powerful, and they're just showing the difference in power rank. This is like flies fighting with a person, or an ant to a boot. And this is also going to be important because remember, she's number 60 in high rankers, and if you go up from Calavan, from her to Princess Adori, who we've met when the first message came from Jahad, the difference in power is going to be crazy, because first on that list is Fentaminum, who knows how powerful. He's an Axis, that was confirmed. Then second is Enryu. He's strong enough to defeat an administrator. Administrators can defeat these high rankers, so that is a big showing of power, and to them they are just ants under a boot, and that just goes to show where Enryu sits. Then is Yurik Mizuno while he is active, and Jahad is below him. Now I would believe that Yurik is in the right spot at number 3, but he will become number 4 the moment Jahad becomes active, and Jahad is number 4. All of those are crazy powerful levels. I believe Yurik could also kill an administrator if he really tried to, and Jahad might be able to or might not. I'm not 100% on that. But those are your top 4. Then rank 5 is Ariehan, that's White's father, and rank 6 is Kun Edwan. And I know that those are the top 6 ranks in the tower, because after this year is where things go off they go over the top, they go totally crazy. Number 7 is Adori Jahad, and number 8 is Bakery Yun from Wula Yuksong. Those are 2 regular individuals in that ranking. Then is Grace Mashaya Lazlak, or Grace Mashaya Lazlak is 7, and then the others show up, but that is the Slayer from Fag, the strongest and oldest of the Slayers, and the name is very familiar because it's Grace Mashaya Lazlak. Grace as in jovial Grace. He is a servant of B, who is basically like a sibling of Balms. So that is the reality behind it. That's how close the relationship should become, and I would love to see Mashaya Lazlak show up and start training Balm, because Balm is definitely going to need someone to train him in that level of power. And after that, their level 10, if I am correct, is an irregular again, and that would be, if I'm correct, I'm not sure. I don't know the rankings of the others. It could be Ha. Yeah, it should be Ha, because the top 3 from the 10 great families is the Ari family, the Kun family, and the Ha family. So those are the top 3. So that should be where Yuran Ha sits at number 10. And okay, yeah, so let's just continue moving on with this. That was an important piece of information. This is just a quick smash up of this guy, and he's finished. Okay, this is kind of pathetic, and here she goes. Time for me to show you. And she's using her orb. And check that, my body is melting. Oh, that is awesome to watch. Is that an orb? A rare blazing orb. There's only one high ranker who uses that. And here's something else to note. This is where orbs are in terms of power. This is generally who can use them, high rankers. The Infernal Evancal. There's no need for those weak fools to fight me. They should just vanish into flames. Alright, and okay, so we can see that they're going to send them all out into the fight with these warships. Not really an important part. And just Bong Bong beating Balm to the point where he's going. It's too dangerous. And we see that there's people they want to save too. And we see that Rak actually cares about Kun, and he actually, we get to see that it's not just Bam who he is so attached to. Someone needs to protect him so that the Black Turtle can focus on his fight. Then we see Hockney's ability. You can tell that he won't get his picture even if he went there, so it's of no use. Alright, and here's something that's important to note. For Regulus to survive in a battle with Rankers, it's such a low possibility, you can't even use the word possible. He may rewrite the history of the tower. Now that's just to say, the only way they can win is with a miracle. A miracle is where the possibility is almost impossible and you pull it off. So something that should not be able to be done. And that's when you confirm it as a miracle. Like a planet exploding, it will happen. But for you to make a planet crack in two perfectly into two perfect spheres with a razor cut down the center, that is a miracle, right? Because they have fracture lines inside them already. So if you can cut that perfect, then you show that's a miracle. You get it? Okay, so it's just something to say when it comes to miracles in reality, if they actually exist. Something impossible. Alright, so now they're rushing and we see Missing is using her observer. There's something under our feet, watch out. And there's it, they duck it. Okay, I'm not really gonna worry about this here. This is just something to show for Missing. So these are also scouts who are gonna fight Missing, and Missing is gonna go for it on her own. So she learned this from using a Shinsu skill. I can do this. Shinsu boost. She may have been from a very special family, and that is a possibility. There's a possibility that I know which family she's from, but I'm not gonna say it. And bam, Berserker mode, Shinsu boost. I like how Barbie's worried. She seems really angry. Okay, so there's it. We see Evankhell is going crazy, just burning everything. This is the problem with Evankhell. You can't take her to a fight without everybody burning. So if you're gonna take Evankhell to a fight, make sure you're not with her. Run for your life immediately once you drop her off, and just leave her to finish everything off. Even Jahad would have a problem sorting this out. Jahad's army, not Jahad himself. Okay, so that's the end of it. We're gonna end up with the next one. This is okay, right, we're ending up with this one. You're starting off with these hits. There's a reason why I'm rushing this. None of this is very important for this particular section of the story. I'm gonna rush through quite a bit of it, and there we go. See, they're saying way to go, Missing. And she dropped her Berserker mode. Am I strong enough to save them, VO? From now on. She's not mentioning that the others are dead. They haven't yet told Bam. Alright, and okay, so we're back to this one here. I really got tired of the repeated panels. You're inviting your death quicker. This is something that I like to see, because she says, how funny. Sorry, but I managed to survive from hell. I'm not afraid of death anymore. If anything scares me, it would be, well, that flame being extinguished. So basically, she's more afraid of her passion dying than death. So she's somebody else who has the same word as Bam, fear something worse than death. Okay, attention rear troops, spearmen 4th class, Shakur. Okay, they basically just the supporters, wave controllers. They change the flow of battles. Remember that. K got wiped out so quickly. And we see that Ari Brighteron is going to be the fisherman. And here they go. Thank you for the compliment, Ari, to Evancal. And here's the spear bearer using their skill 100 spirals. And here's an attack from Evancal to reply to it. Inferno Flaming Ecstasy. I love that ecstasy. Ari style needle. Lethal move. Fairy light. And that's what she went for. She went for the flaming sword that Evancal was using. And we can see she's envious of those skills. That's because of the innate ability of the Ari family. And there's it again, another blasting inferno. And wait, did she already say it? No, she hasn't yet said it. Okay, so yes, they don't get real swords like the REA family, but they have their own kind of sword within them, like this. Marine fairy swords, or marine, whatever it's going to be. I'm believing it's going to be marine because MARINE should be marine. And he is trying to contain the assault or accelerate the lighthouse control wall of despair. Yeah, he's trying to contain everything in a single spot so they can do more damage. So Evancal is going back to when she met Han Sang-yu. Very strange. Aren't you afraid of dying? Every single ranker I've killed back. Okay, yeah. Like babies close to the artery of mortality. Unlike the others, I have never imagined that I would live forever, so I'm not scared of dying. But someone I met before once told me. This thirst for change, this firm belief that I will change the tower. This desire to achieve my dreams without relying on power. It scares me to think all of that disappearing. So we see this is what he said to Evancal. And we see that they also have that in common. Inferno Festival of Flames. And this is where she starts unleashing hell. Partial release of an ancient power. So this is only a partial release of the ancient. Alright, so here we go. Here comes the big fight. Oh, man. Right, here they go. They on their way out. Did someone from the station help them? I think there are high rankers guarding them. This is going to be tough. Face them head on. Okay, now that is a crazy idea. And wave control stab. Han Sang-yu type Shinsu control skill. Boundless Sky. Ah, there we go. First one. Han Sang-yu Shinsu control skill, splash damage skill. Raging Rapids. You can see wave controllers, they change the flow of battle. And this is the big question. Is that guy a high ranker? Because remember, this is a Pan school. They have these powers over Shinsu big time. Lethal move, rapid fire Shinsu cannon, and here we go, big hits. That's a powerful wave. And now she decides, look at this, Chuniha is from a 10 grade family, and this just shows how powerful Han Sang-yu really is. She decided to use hostages against him instead of fighting him head on. Shining fan. Blow them away. Swoosh. Yuri. And here comes the C rank regulars. They just fodder for Bomb to kill. I don't even know why they're gonna show it, but anyway, let's keep going. So yeah, they are on top. We let you love as our slaves, you should surrender to us. Sounds like a nice this thing. And Bomb, get to it. I'm on it. Here's it. Is that an orb? This isn't Black Hole Shinsu orb. This is just the regular Tension Shinsu orb. Now, orbs are super rare. For a regular to use it is just insane. It's a high level capability. There's it. And she is shocked at it because this is even more scary. I like this one here. It's a monster! Ah! This is Evan Cal. Help, help! Burn them all. Inferno splash damage skill. I like this one, yeah. Wailing flames. This is insane. I can't stop this. It's like a natural disaster. This is just perfect. I like the way it's being said. Okay, they running. Look at all that fire. You can see he's entranced by it. Those flames. You've seen it before. I have this weird feeling that Rock is going to end up becoming the ancient one from the tower. So he's going to accumulate all the ancient ones into himself and become that old ancient who used to live in the tower. And here's it, Jinsung Ha. Calavan. Here we go. Oh, okay, so I was wrong on where I was. This is actually where I stopped due to a power outage. So it's 327 and not 328. I think I was changing from 327 to 328. Come on out, Calavan. Okay, here we go. And here's the backup plan. El Ribrion's cannon, the high rank destroying item. That'll do a lot of damage to this army. It will even hurt Calavan a little bit. Anti-threat cyborg Byware. Okay, now actually I'm just talking nonsense just to not give you a spoiler, but there's no use in it. I'm coming out, and here we go. Calavan is there. Long time no see. I've been wondering how you've been since I haven't heard anything about you. And this is just something to say that he looked after him in the past, right? So either fight me out here or back off. Such insolence. I like the way they're saying that there. You leave me no choice, I'll just have to fight you. If we can't get past this man, the operation will be a failure anyway. Okay, 3,000 years. This is a good show of how long it's been. I'm in a position to be more arrogant. Okay, so that says I went looking for a place no one had ever been to because I heard some interesting rumors about a rancor guarding something called the essence of bravery. And here comes it. The essence of bravery is essentially the Shinsu gem. Within it is contained the martial arts and Shinsu usage skills for a single individual who lived a long time ago. He gave up his life in sacrificing itself, and that is what they call the essence of bravery. Calavan is using it so he gets to use that person's skills. It gives him high resilience to Shinsu, and it gives him a massive amount of skill that he can use. It also perfects his body. Every muscle, every strand within him is that much more refined. So his skill is basically this big memory chip that's boosting him up with extra power on top of it. So it's like a computer boost. That is what the essence of bravery is. If he had to fight someone like Bam in a regulars area, Bam could power up all the way and he wouldn't be able to use the essence of bravery, because the essence of bravery is basically a rancor. So it's a rancor level technique and you wouldn't be able to use it. Unlike when Jinsung Ha played that game with the regulars to not get onto the Hell Train, he would die if Bam hit him at this point. And that's just the reality. So yeah, Calavan wouldn't be able to mess with Bam without using his Shinsu. And here we get a history of it. You got talent to go out there and compete and usher in a new era in the tower. Such a waste for you to be tied down here. The essence of bravery, really keeping you from moving on with your life. Alright, there we go. So that's the words Jinsung Ha gave him. Give up the tradition, accept the bravery, because bravery is only bravery when it's inside you. That is bravery itself. And if you're too much of a coward to break tradition and you allow tradition to hold you down, then that is all that it's ever going to be. Just you being a coward who's going to have to be murdered by his son later on. So that's how you're going to preserve this bravery that you're talking about. Okay, the next time he went there, he was a completely different person. There was a peaceful flow of Shinsu through his whole body. Now, thinking about this here, this is the same as basically the thorn, right? In a way, it's similar to the thorn, but this would be like the completed. Actually, no, a fragment of the thorn is way more powerful than this. It's just unbelievable to imagine how powerful the thorn is. He became a high ranker soon after and started making a name for himself in the tower. He earned the nickname the Human Hunter. You in Jahad's army, and in spite of knowing that your teacher is in Fug, did it ever occur to you that you might have to fight me someday? Well, if we ever fought with this power of mine, I was sure I wouldn't lose. And here's it. The ruler of the floor shows up. I'll kill you if you cause any more trouble. Ruler of the 40th floor, Kun Royal Elliot. Really powerful individuals. Okay, so Chini now realizes that Jiri is saving the regulars. Why would you do such a thing? They would have all died if you left them there like that anyway. Aren't you supposed to keep hostages alive? Or did you not think you can protect them from some random regulars? Stay away, Vio. And here comes the Renka. This is where things really heat up, and man, the hype on this section is just so crazy. I got another 3 chapters, so this is gonna be intense. We get back with Iraq, unfortunately. Okay, so here's it. And who's in that? He seems important. For now, I'll steal him from them. And there's it, levy attacks. And he gathers rocks. That's rock. You wanna die, you ugly turtle. Firing the rocks, and there's it. His pun. Catch you. Can't use the question mark curse on 2 people at a time. Plus, it would be better not to keep using your mysterious power, otherwise someone might notice. So that's what Warrior says. Don't ever look down on alligators again. You're just ugly as hell. I love the way he says that there. Just look at his face. Who are these people? They're too dangerous. That's not bad for a regular. Yellow light defense. Sorry about this. I didn't want to do this here at all. Okay. You're not ready to fight a Renka yet. Okay. First thing said. Okay. There they go, Shinsu skills. "5 minutes? You're seriously underestimating me." Shinsu Cannon. White noise. You're a princess representing the half family. Great whale. True, it's pretty embarrassing, but that's the life. I'm just a lowly servant. Can't go against my boss's order. Wake up, Palm. And Yuri sent him the Black March. Yes, reunited at long last. Palm and March. We've been waiting for this moment for a long time. So here we go. And there's it. Could it be Yuri? What's that? Is that a needle? But no ordinary needle could block one of my attacks like that. I didn't know regulars could use a high ranking item like that. Item with high rankings have restrictions on who can use them. That just has something to say about Anak and Balm, how special they are, and how special they are. Ooh, she said something. I'll capture you by force if I have to. You've got all that power and yet you use it to go around hunting down regulars. You should be ashamed of yourself, Calavan. And there's it, Calavan's going in, and there's it, Jinsang, reverse flow control. Same moves like Palm, and here we go. He's tough. And we can see a blow is coming in. Blocked using his martial arts style. Lethal move, Hurricane Shaker. Backlash. Oof, bomber. Okay, I like that one there is getting very cocky. Black March. I haven't seen your age still alive, the Berserker boy. You charge like a berserker. Why aren't you using the power instead? So Balm is holding back. Still unstable. It's hard to use for long stretches of time. If I run out of power before I rescue my friends, I won't have any options left. You're holding back in a fight with the Renka. That little fan girl. Show me what you got. Black March. Ignite. You gotta be kidding me again with this. I don't get this. It shouldn't be happening. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. And ignite. Alright, there we go. It's an ignition weapon. I think you had better get them out of your ASAP. But the thing is, I have a bad feeling about them. Those two, I mean, yeah, you should have a bad feeling about this. I'll give Black March 25th Bomb style Shinsu control skill. Endless Sky. Bang! Whaley, he just destroyed Whaley in one hit. I knew it. My instincts were right. So far so good. I can do it with this power. And there goes Ender Rossi. You're not going anywhere. Jungle Monster, Orb, Black Hole Sphere. What did I say about it against Renka Assaults? The Shinsu disappeared. How can he neutralize my Shinsu so easily? That regular is insane. I love this. Could he be the irregular who survived the test floor? Destroy that regular using the black needle. I love that one. Oh, perfect. This is what I've been missing from TOG. You know, I just like it when everybody who's supposed to be super OP all of a sudden attacks this minnow who is just going to eradicate them. And here it comes. Aren't you showing your true colors a bit too suddenly, Chuni? Okay, here we go. Back when they were climbing, okay. D rank regular. So Chinny was a rank, the most talented person in our family. I've known since back then, because that nonchalant personality of yours, that casual way of talking and acting. Okay, here we go. If you're just going to harm our family's reputation, you might as well die right here. So Ender Rossi is going. Get away. And okay, right, that was profanity. They're crazy regular. Stop him, Charlie. I'll try white noise. Whoop. Oh, blast. Black hole shoots sphere. Black March, Endless Sky. Okay, answer me regular, how you got your hands on it? When you're around me, your advantage as a member of the Ha family disappears. You better brace yourself for a world of pain. I don't know. The Ha family got this reputation for only having thick skin. This is all because of those stupid Yaga idiots using their bodies as sandbags without any real skill. The Ha family were actually tacticians. Shinsu boost. Iron defense. Is very special even in the Ha family. Keep that in mind. Demonic Storm. Can't believe this is happening again. It shouldn't be happening. Besides, Squadron Commander Unleashed, just watch. "3,000 years ago, I decided to take the essence of bravery and relief, as well as fear and excitement. You saw the past, you saw the back of a man. He was massive and muscular and he moved it. Okay, right. Which told me he must have completed martial arts as a martial arts user. And he stood atop a pile of bodies, couldn't stop fighting, and he sealed himself in a gem. And that's what they call the essence of bravery." That's why I refused your offer and tried to just hide away in my hometown forever. Okay. Okay, right. So his crazy idea is to stop all conflict, unite everybody under a single banner, and have them all do one thing. And the person who will lead is King Jahad, the one true king and the omnipotent, omniscient being. I'm going to use this power to make everyone serve the king. Whoever stands in the way of my utopia will simply be destroyed. Essence of bravery, transcendent skill, atomic explosion. and that is where episode 230 ends. So yeah, this has been um, a nice little flow to the future on the episodes. I really did enjoy it, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. I will catch you all with the next one when we go up another few floors. But before then, just to end off with this, yeah, the story has just started getting interesting. Balm beating those Renka attacks is no small thing. He's actually showing that he's really powerful. So I hope that you all are all ready for the next adventure in the next 10 floors. So catch you all then and have a good day.